Thank you, everyone, for joining us today to Posture Alignment with Kimberly to the Levittown Public Libraries. Today is September 26th. Go ahead, Kim.
Thank you. Okay. All right, guys. They began recording, so I'm just going to start talking. I'll talk to the crowd out there first. As you know, you guys, this is an exercise thing. So your heart rate might go up. We're going to be doing some exercise so things can burn. Muscles are going to work. Things are going to change. That's why we're here, I'd imagine. Some of you might not realize how quickly things can change. How many exercises does it take for the body to start changing? Well, let's just say in this class. Yeah, just one exercise can be enough. Like, think about it. You got somebody, let me just demonstrate. Okay, you throw I know it's some of us. You throw somebody like this in static back. Do you think there's going to be a change over the course of 5 minutes, 10 minutes? How about we do that static back and then I add more moves, so now the person's laying there for 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So you put something like that on the flat ground with gravity helping, the body's going to change. So if that happens and you get up and you're noticing, whoa, things are different and looking different, well, yeah, it's because the body has changed. And some people have gotten vertigo. So if that happens, and you know that you get vertigo in the past, maybe check with your doctor, all that good stuff, things like that. But anybody have any moves they definitely want to start with today? I know. Anybody? No, huh? You love that static back. You do. Hey, how's static back been going for you, Miss Bet? Did you take it home at all and try it at home? Okay. So we know it's a little better from the first and only time you've done it, and she got better since then. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. So she's back. Hallelujah. So she's back at least, so it didn't scare her. Okay, good enough. I'll try harder because now you know where I live. Follow me home. That's a good point. I've been aching to do some wall stuff, and I love those. It's the white wall that. So we will do that. We don't have quite as many people here today, so I think we've got some room to do some wall stuff. All right, since I've got nobody inputting on what they definitely want to do today, we're going to start out with the basic 4. If you have shoulder issues, arm circles are not going to be your friend today. They're not going to be your friend. So you can do, if you know static back, if you know frog, if you know other moves that you really enjoy, we're going to do the 4. Arm circles, elbow curls. What are the others? We're not going to do laying on the floor. Not to start. Oh, I know. Do you hate me? We're not going to do those to start. So the 4 moves that we're going to do: arm circles, elbow curls. I can't believe I'm forgetting the other ones, but we are going to end with this one and get the heart rate up. Then we'll go do some floor stuff. So if arm circles bother you today, we're going to do shoulder rolls. You can lay in static back if you really want to. Who wants to get started with arm circles? We're going to stand up and do it. You can do arm circles in the sitting floor position. You can do them in the kneeling position, where I think I might actually want to do that there. And you could do arm circles sitting in a chair as well. So at home, the hand grip you take with the arm circles, nice, Lauren, is this. It's called a modified golf grip. And we hold that golf grip. So everybody see that golf grip? Everybody done that before? So you make fists, flatten out your fists and stick your thumbs out. It's a real weird grip, but that helps to dictate through the shoulders which muscles I want to turn on. If you are standing, where do you want your feet? Oh, snap. Everybody's like, yeah. Right, hip distance. Good, she remembered hip distance. I'm going into the kneeling. So again, if this bothers you, you can do regular shoulder rolls. So if it feels good, then go for it. We're going to keep the grip, keep your arms at your sides, wherever you are, standing or kneeling or sitting. Shoulder blades pinched together. Hold them there. Arms out, circle up and forward 40 times. So I'm going quickly enough forward In the direction, yes, in the direction of your thumbs. I'm going quickly enough. So does everybody see what's happening to my torso? Everybody see that? If I'm sucking my belly in, it won't do that. So you really got to let it hang out. You really do. You got to let it hang out. If you're sucking it in, it's not going to go all the way down to the hip flexors, which is where I'm going for. Palms up, thumbs back. Circle up and back. You got it. Linda, look down. Joe, look down. Check your feet. Oh, yep. Joe, look down at your right foot. Relax, everybody. Arms down. Right foot. So remember, when you look at the foot, it's going to have this shape to it. The center line of the foot, the second and third toe, you want that to, yes. So it's not just the big toe that you want pointed straight. It's going to look almost slightly pigeon-toed. Good. Elbow curls. Keep that grip. Knuckles to temples. Open, close. You got 30 of these. Try not to bend the wrists when you do it. When I was still rehabbing my shoulder back to where it is now, I couldn't come in here. So of course I wanted to cheat by doing this. Keep the knuckles on the temples. There's that tendency to kind of drop them down so you can do more. Right here. Beautiful. Nice, Marie. She's been with me a while. What was that?
Thumbs down.
Yes, the thumbs do go down. Keep that grip nice and strong. I'm not doing this just because, oh, it looks funny. That grip has to stay strong so that it dictates through the forearm. Yeah, it's a big difference to go from to It's a big difference. If you guys look up Egoscue and Bill Murray, you'll see him doing this on the golf course, laying on the ground. Big golfer. Gee, couldn't have guessed, right? Mr. Caddyshack himself. Arm extension. We're going to hold it for 1 minute. I don't even have my watch. I'll grab it. So overhead, standing overhead extension. Feet are straight again. We're going to interlace the fingers and press the palms away. This one's a toughie. Even for me, my older videos used to go arms straight up. Now I can't. So what you want to do is keep the elbows straight so that it starts to talk to the shoulder and kind of forces the shoulder to do its work or remember how to do its work. So don't bend your elbows. We start here, keep them locked, then bring them up. The other thing is, as the arms come up, when the shoulders go, nah, I don't want to do it anymore, watch what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen to some degree. Don't do that. So just pick the arms up. I'm going to grab my watch. It's only a movement through the shoulder. As high up as you can go. I wish that I could teach you guys and show you where it should be. But my shoulder's effed now, so it is what it is. We're going to hold it for 1 minute. Interlace, press away, lift. Elbows straight. Yes. So I catch a lot of people who want to do it right, and they pick it up and then try to straighten their elbows, and it ain't happening because you've already passed the point where the shoulder can do its work. And so it's already asking the elbow to compensate. So the elbow's never going to come straight unless you get lower, straighten it, then pick it up from there. Does all this make sense? Better than it was, but man, is it taking time. Taking its sweet time here. Better. Good. 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, out of it. That's our third exercise. The fourth one is going to be a little bit of a heart rate increaser. Some of you have seen this one before. Brian Bradley calls it the greatest abdominal exercise ever. I'm going to pretend like I'm at the starting line, and it's only a minute long to do, but I want you guys to think about moving from your shoulders, hip to temple, hip to temple. My elbow stays at a nice bent angle, and the only movement is coming from my shoulders. As we pick up the speed, it's going to end up looking like this, like you're milking a goat or something. Don't get there. Want to move from hip to temple. Be careful on that mat. I slipped and almost fell on the other Linda one time. We're going to be moving at a good pace, so I don't want that to and you end up on the floor. So just be mindful of that. So I'm at a nice bent position at the starting line. I don't care if the back foot's straight, twisted, it doesn't matter. We're going to go hip to temple, and then I'm going to ask you to go as fast as you can for 30 seconds. Then we're going to switch the legs. Everybody ready? You go as fast as you can, and if it sucks, then just go slower. 3, 2, 1, go. Hip to temple. Don't you dare milk that goat. Full range of motion. And again, if it sucks, maybe you're here. You can always revert back to something slower. Hip to temple. It's not a 30-second timer, so I have to keep on looking. Hip, temple, hip, temple. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, switch. Keep going. Slower, hip to temple. Hip, hip, touch that hip. With your hand, hip. That, there it is, she's got it. 10 seconds. She was doing it with her elbow. And milking the goat. Time. Hands behind head, if you can. If you can't, hands here or hands here. Walk around, 1 minute.
All week.
You did? Somebody crazy or? Okay. Well, believe it. She answered her own question that she didn't ask. She said she hurt her knee from driving all week. I guess it was the position. I can't believe it. You guessed right. You guessed right. Yeah. Wow. There's a fast learner. Holy cow, you want to come up here and teach?
Only if I can walk the white dog.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. Everybody's heart rate kind of, yeah. You need to cool it down a little more. All right, let's do some cats and dogs, and I'll throw you into static back, and we'll do some work there. Good job. Those are the 4 exercises that Brian Bradley or whoever, the E-word people, take to the Tony Robbins events. And that's what they do to show them how quickly it is, how quick you can change the body. Tony Robbins is a big fan of this type of therapy. So he had himself a motorcycle accident. And the story goes, he arrived late to his appointment. And Pete said, F this, walked out and left him with Brian. But forget it. Right, huh? In line with your hips and in line with your shoulders. So bring your hands back. Yes, ma'am. When you're done with your cats and dogs, everybody, you're going to take it onto the floor, going to get into that static back. And that's your routine for the day. It could be. It could be. Lovely. You can go through 10, you can go through 20 if you want to. Go ahead and take it in a static back. Bring your strap with you and bring your block with you. Nope, static back. Static back. So you're going to lay on your back, put your legs up on top of your chair. We're going to do some work down there. I am keeping it in my mind to do wall work. We do need it. And I'm considering where we can go. Space there, good, good. It doesn't matter at home. It's up to you if you do have an ottoman, so on and so forth. Okay, so here's our static back. Again, you guys, I said this last week. If you've got that position in your back, your pelvis and your shoulders, that makes your head look behind you when you're here. You can even hear it in my voice, really extends the front part of my throat, and your neck is going to end up getting cramped and not feeling so good. So if this is you and maybe your head isn't even hitting the floor, put something underneath your head. You want your face to be neutral to the ceiling. but it should happen without you really forcing it. 5 Minuten. Everybody feel all right? Can't get down on the floor with me today? Maybe you're just going to sit in that same position, 90 degrees everywhere you can on a nice square chair with your feet on the floor. You can sit here. She made it. So 5 minutes, we're going to hang out here. We are going to do a bit of getting up and getting down. Because in some portion of today's exercise routine, I'm going to stick you up the wall. Ooh, I love. See something. I see something. In a perfect world, the legs should be at 90 degrees. So with these chairs, they love to slide. I do put them on the mat so that they won't slide. And I put my butt right up against the legs, wherever the legs are. Try to get the legs at 90 degrees close as you can. Of course, the chair has this tilt towards the posterior if you sit in it. So you got to make do. Back here, holy cow, I love this. When we do legs up the wall work, there's at least 3 spaces back here for 3 bodies. Those things are awesome. In fact, if I really wanted to be a real pain, I could wheel those out and make fake walls for everybody all the way down the sides. And that, you know what, that may be something that we do. Maybe it is. And everything's rolling, which means it's mobile and it can go back. I love this. No, not together. You just want them to rest. If you trap them at 90 degrees, you're going to feel, or I usually do, after about 3 minutes, the legs kind of bleh and go out. If they're trapped at 90 degrees, they're not going to roll out too much. They're just going to relax where they're at. Hope everybody at home's okay. We're hanging out in this static back. Do these have brakes on? Oh, they have brakes on them. Okay, well, it's all right. I love this. We have mobile walls. We have mobile walls. How many of you guys are exercising with socks or bare feet? A good amount of you. Okay. You guys should be okay to go up. Anybody who's exercising with their sneakers on or anything like that. Back there.
I like this kind of exercise.
And that's what a lot of people say. They like this kind of exercise. I'm seeing nobody in any of the video on here on Zoom. So I think everybody is down in their exercise position of static back. Totally cool. What I also wanted to get done today was showing you guys how to do side unders, maybe even front unders if we have time. I am so self-conscious because I'm on the record here. Man, does it mess with your psychology? I don't like it. But everybody at home, my staunch supporters, thank you so much for being here. You guys in person, 100% staunch supporters. Good to see you back. She's got good. You answered a question for her. Good questions. No, and that's a great question for everybody. Hey, somebody might be listening to this recording in the future. Are you supposed to be pushing your shoulders into the floor? No. Arms are out at 45 degrees, best you can. Palms up. We're using gravity to get the shoulders to come to the floor. Less than a minute left. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm turning this. I'm going to turn this way. You guys can use that wall over there. Even though this is glass, we're not really going to do legs up the wall too much. And I don't think you'd be able to get into it as well as others just yet. So I think this will be okay with a couple of inches away because we're going to have your butt away from the wall anyhow. So I think this is going to be just fine for you when we get on it. Yes? Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to give you another exercise here, and then I'm going to see if we can get up and we're going to use those walls. What do we want to do here in the static back positions? We got our blocks nearby, our strap nearby. She's already getting into it. How come you do the arm stuff, Pat? And does this move help that? Okay, so Pat says when she does pullovers in the static back position, it gets her shoulders where they belong. 30 pullovers, everybody, 3 sets of 10. We're still in the static back position. They look like this. Elbows straight, drop the arms back and over your chest. 30 times. I am getting closer to the ground. It is happening. It's taking a damn long time. Beautiful, everybody. What other positions can you do the pullovers in? Elbow straightness, Pat. Lock them right there. Keep them locked. Drop it back. Good job. What other positions can we do this in?
Maybe just laying flat.
Just laying flat? Okay, sure, I'll take that. Just laying flat. How about frog? Sitting? Huh. I have given it to people who are sitting. Sometimes people who are in wheelchairs or just for a little while, they're kind of not on the floor.
Frog.
Yep, frog. I'll show you some other leg positions as we do up the wall stuff today. And then you'll get some other positions that you can do this move in.
Are we supposed to be going slow or?
Slow, slow, quick, quick, slow. She got that. Okay. You're supposed to be going at a pace that allows you to go through the movement without cheating. So if everybody quickened their time, if you halved your time right now, you'd probably bounce so quickly through this that your muscles and all the tissues would start tightening up and you really wouldn't get that effect. So overhead and over chest, overhead and over chest is a pretty good pace. Any other exercises you need down here? Pat knows herself. She knows, hey, I got to do this to get my shoulders in alignment. How about hip alignment? What would help hip alignment right now? What would give it that little extra to make sure it holds in place before we stand up? Sure, you could put a block in between your knees. I like that, Mary. Go. Block in between the knees, static back knee pillow squeezes. Is this a strengthening move? Is this a strengthening move? It is putting your hips in place. Would you say that this counts as the strengthening portion of the menu? Yeah, sure. This will work. Is this stronger than just laying in static back? Yeah. You're adding more work to it, more force. Usually I do these in 3 sets of 20. But now because I talk so much and I can't keep count for you, I do about 2 minutes you could finish this. So we're just squeezing the block and releasing over and over. Dudes that can't touch their toes, people that have been stuck with the pelvis tucked under, posterior pelvis, and they go to bend over and it all comes from their back. I throw them in this position and I give them static back knee pillow squeezes, and all of a sudden they stand up and whoa, because then they start bending from their hips. They start flexing from their hips. Can you see why this move helps that happen?
I'll tell you Monday, I got my head on the ground, which I couldn't do last.
Did everybody hear her?
Last week, I couldn't put my head on the ground. I needed the block.
Uh-huh.
Now I've got my head on the ground.
And you've only done this course once with me, not at home all week, and now you're back with me again? Okay, so she could get her head on the ground now. The miracle has happened. The miracle has happened. So she hasn't done this exercise all week, hasn't done any of this stuff all week, didn't take any of this home. She couldn't have her head on the ground before. She was one of the ones that had to put a pillow underneath her head. Now her head's on the floor. It's that quick. So back to what goes on with the hip flexors. So everybody feel this when you're squeezing in onto the block. What muscles are doing the work? I don't need specific names, but just which area, layman's terms. Inside the thigh, right? Anywhere else? Okay. Right, she did say butt. So there's a little compensation going on there, or you're trying so hard, you're actually lifting your butt up off the floor. Leave the butt on the floor, knees go in on the block. That's it. That's it. If you squeeze too hard, you're going to start incorporating your abs and your butt. This is a movement for a hip flexor, believe it or not. The iliopsoas, even though it's meant to lift your knee up towards your chest, as you bring the knees in, it kicks it on. So it helps to bring hip flexion into your life. Very easy. We're going to go up the wall now. We're done with this move. Take it up the wall. You could go up maybe a couch. I've done the back of a couch at home. There is fake wall back there. I love those spots. In fact, if there were only 3 of you today, we'd do so much up the wall exercise, you'd be dying before you left. But for now, bring a block. Good question. Good question. Bring a block with you. No, just bring a block. So guys, there's wall space all over. Even on the glass up here will work just fine for you. We're going to start out with adduction, abduction. So feet are going to go on that glass portion, on the glass and back there. Yep. Miss Marie, can you bring your mat right there? Yes. Right. Don't place the feet there. No? Okay. Okay, can't touch. Okay, so we can't touch those tables. So see. Okay, gotcha. So we're just going to go feet onto the glass. If you can turn to that side over there. We're going to go feet. We're going to, no. Over there on the wall and feet on glass because they are mobile. So yes, over, oh good. Let me grab that. Let me grab this and get this out of the way. So we're just going to go feet on, oh, there's a bottom. Okay, well, we'll just do that. That's okay. All right, Miss Gloria, everybody just your regular mat coming out long should be just fine. We're not going to do leg splits or anything. So we're just trapping the body in a real deep hip flexion. Deep hip flexion. Then just lay in frog today. Frog is fine. Remember, Gloria, I know you're hardcore and I know you want to do everything, but yeah, that's all right. The alternative for this. So sometimes some of you can't get into this deep hip flexion. And I think she might be one of them. And she definitely is another one. So for you guys, the deepest you can get into might be here. So you can come here into that hip flexion, into this position. Is that okay for you, Gloria? Yeah? Yo! So is this okay for you, Gloria? Gloria, is this okay for you? Yeah. Good. Everybody back here? Good. Lay on your back. Place the soles on the ball. Think like a static back that we were just in, okay? Static back. First off, lay down. There you go. Think like static back. Butt is away from the wall, though. So you want to trap at 90 degrees. Nope. Think like a static back, but it's not. So the knees are bent. Come a little closer if you can. A little closer if you can. Think like static back, but it's not. Why are you getting up and down? So it's like a static back, but it's not. Very good. Try to keep your feet nice and parallel, my friends. Nice and parallel. Drop your knees open and close them again. Touch your knees together. Good. Open and close. If you're laying on the floor, same thing. Doesn't make a difference. Wherever your feet are, open, close. I know it feels good, right? Good. Make sure you touch your knees together. So what's different about this is we're actually trapping your body in a new way than what we've been doing in the previous weeks.
Coming.
It's all right. Open, close. Double check your feet as you go through this movement. Would you like a pillow?
A pillow.
Yeah, your head. Or even, you know what? Take mine. Take my roll. Better. Better. I just had that. I just had the roll.
Okay.
Your feet are walking away from each other. So we're good. Yes, ma'am. And
Okay.
drop it open and close. You look pretty darn good to me. Yeah.
I should
Yep.
get closer?
If you can.
Together though.
We don't want the feet together.
Okay.
We want the knees to touch together if you can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you're okay, when you get good here, your butt can come right underneath your knees. Right underneath your knees. So like I was saying, this is like a static back, hips under knees. Everybody okay back there? Carol, you good? Joe, everybody good back there? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Sorry, I was making sure everybody's cool over here. The feet are going to roll out. So I'm just going to show you guys at home when you have the feet on, even on the floor, they're going to roll out. So you're going to go to the outside edges of the feet and then come back in, but keep the feet parallel. I like that, Gloria. Look at her go. So she's not able to use the wall, but she's pretending she's got a wall. It's hardcore work. That's really hardcore work, but go for it, girl. Excellent. Try some pullovers in this position. Leave your legs at that fake 90-degree angle that you got kind of there. Some of you are doing it, some of you aren't. And go for your pullovers. One we just did where you bring your arms overhead. Sorry about that. Good question. You're going for those pullovers, right? Back and forth.
Yeah, I'm like a machine.
You're I'm like a machine, she says.
Legs too?
No, leave the legs where they are. Now, some of you know this move as a deep hip flexion, which means you can bring your butt even closer to the wall, about 6 inches away from the wall. So not exactly touching, but if you want, try it there. Bring your butt even closer to the wall, walk it until maybe even your fingers are almost grazing the wall right there. Not touching, but pretty darn close. And then bring your feet right back to that same position, my ladies, right back to the same position. So now you're in deep hip flexion. So your knees are almost touching your chest. Go for your pullovers here. Try that. Little different. There's other things we can do in this deep hip flexion. Did everybody bring your block with you? Whether you're in deep hip flexion or you're in your regular position, who doesn't have a block? I'll bring it for you. Is that Laura? Okay. I'll give you another one. Sure. Here's yours. You got it. Here's your, I'll get it for you. Anybody else can't reach their block? You got it. Good, good, good. Okay. Put your feet in line with your hips, nice and parallel. No more pullovers now. Just put the block in between your knees and just hold it there. You don't have to squeeze it hard. Just hold. Just hold. Make sure your feet are nice and parallel, please. Nice and parallel. Take this.
Oh, great.
You got it. You got it. Nice and parallel. Good. Now here's where I always go wrong here. I think that my feet are the right height. And I notice when I look from the side, my heels are higher than my knees. So some of you are there. I want you to drop your heels just an inch or so. In line with the knees. In line with the knees. Your feet are great. And we're just holding on to a block. Keep the block in between your knees. That's it. Just holding. I'm gonna have, oh, good job. Good job. You came closer to the wall. All right.
Yeah.
All right, good. Bring your feet up, actually. Right here. Block. Hold it. Don't have to squeeze hard, but just hold it so it doesn't drop. Feel work?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, good.
Right.
Okay. No, you actually look really good. In fact, turn your block 90 degrees. Yes, hold it there. Much better. You have the tendency to kind of go like that with your legs.
Yeah.
We're going to fix that.
Not this year, maybe next year.
No, not this year, maybe next year. You okay, Marie? Marie, you're all right?
Yes.
Pat, I like that alignment for you. I really do. I like that alignment. Barbara, you good? She's not used to me saying her name. Or maybe I'm calling her the wrong name. I'm gonna pick your feet up just a bit, my dear. Right there. Kathy, yes. Barbara didn't answer me in there though. I know it's Barbara because you told me. How you guys feel? Good? Does that feel any different?
Less stress off the path.
I'm gonna stay here for another minute or so. Everybody cool? Sorry about the lights.
That's all right. I mentioned it much.
I'm gonna separate the feet a little bit wider, my lady. Good, right there. Your feet are tending to kind of invert. Bring them in just a bit. There you go. There you go. Not too much. There you go. You might get some calf or foot cramps from this, maybe. If it was Denise, she'd probably be cramping all over the place. Very nice. Separate your feet a little wider, Miss Jo. Beautiful. Oh, this is so cool. Like I can look through the glass. I can look through the glass and see alignment. Alignment is cool. How you doing, Miss Gloria? That doesn't sound like it's comfortable. So,
It's good. I like this idea.
okay.
Takes the pressure off of the sciatic area.
Okay. Okay. I was just what feet narrower, Miss Linda. Not you, Gloria.
Oh.
Not you. Your feet were in great position.
Okay.
Linda, narrower. Left foot's in a good position. Right foot, bring it in. Stop.
Just gotta be right.
Yep.
Same as your knees.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You're getting it. Did I miss anybody? I think I got everybody. I made a few adjustments here and there verbally. A few little different things. Now, squeeze and release. Don't drop the block, but we're doing a squeeze and release over and over. Gonna hang out there for a couple minutes. Squeeze and release. So we're still in either the deep hip flexion with the feet trapped against the couch or whatever you got at home, whatever you're doing. So we're still in this deep hip flexion, or if you couldn't get there, we're here and we're squeezing the block over and over. Or if you couldn't get there, again, like I said earlier, when you do the static back, it's the same position as just sitting in a chair. So you can sit here and do that the same. I bet you guys feel that now. In a good way or bad way? Okay, so nobody's got red lights going off like, oh my goodness, this ain't right. If you did, I'd imagine you'd be getting out of this position. Where do you feel it? Yes. Anybody else? I'm not going to repeat it because I want you to tell me the truth.
Below the butt.
All right, she feels it hamstrings and her butt. Anybody else?
Below the butt.
Got something different below the butt? Below the butt. Inner thighs, very good. Marie's been doing this a while, so her body got right into it. We're looking for groin, iliopsoas, hip flexor. Inner thigh is cool too. Are both sides doing work? Everybody good? You want to up the ante a little?
Yeah.
For anybody ready to up the ante, you can do a pullback. This is hard, but you got to watch your feet while you do it. If you're not ready to up the ante, don't do it. So we're keeping the block between the knees just to hold the knees in the same alignment as the hips. We're going to pull off the wall and extend the legs up towards the sky. And then replace your legs right back where they were. Or pull off of the chair or wherever you were. Even if you're doing this in static back, you can do a pull back. So you pull it back, up. If you're doing this sitting in it, yeah, I know, holy crap.
Oh my God.
Good, it's waking up. So it's a pull back, extend out, and back down.
Oh my God.
Try to keep the ankles dorsiflexed. Did you catch me over there, girls? I forgot you're back here. I'm going to help you out. So you guys, sorry, I forgot you were back here. I'm so sorry. Kathy and Carol, my favorite. So pull back, up, flex. Just hold on to that sucker. Don't drop it. You don't have to squeeze hard. What that block is doing is help keep the alignment between your knees and your hips, keeping it hip distance, which is getting an even recruitment between both legs. I would give you 2 blocks because your feet have a tendency to touch each other. It's going to be harder for you, but I think you could do it. Keep going. Extend up, bend, back against. Good. A little different. Very nice. Yeah, they're already bent. Pull back, extend,
Oh, okay.
and then back. Yes, ma'am. You got it. How's this for wall stuff?
First time it killed my hips, but now it don't hurt no more.
Okay, great. So her hips were working, turning on, and now it doesn't hurt anymore. Can this move be done with a strap?
I bought the
Yeah.
straps, I hope so.
Yeah, it can be done with. Can you put a strap around your knees and push out while you do this move? Yeah, you can. In fact, if if you're like Betty and you don't do any of these moves at home, you could think about doing them and not do them. Or you could take it home and try out, gee, let's do this move with a strap and see what it does. What do you think you're going to feel? If you're feeling inner thigh and groin while you're pressing in on a block, what are you going to feel when you do the strap? Yeah, the outside and the butt. Yeah. Good. Done with this work. Come on back, right? It's tough. In fact, before you move, try your pullovers again. Why not? You're here, so test. Test where you tested before. It's a functional test. It might have gotten worse. It might have gotten better. Maybe. Just see what happened. Try some stuff that you know. It's just a test. You don't have to do 10 or 20 of them. Then we're going to bring your bodies back to where they started. And we'll finish up. There is a lot of up down here. There's a lot of up down. We're going to start getting into some of the opposing work now. We're going to be laying down on the face. If that's not cool for you, I'll give you modifications. I know for one of you out there, this next move, not going to like it. So you can lay in frog and just relax there. And that'll at least give you a little bit of extension that I'm looking for in the pelvis. And that should work. But the move that we're going to do is going to be prone ankle squeezes with your block. And maybe if we have time, we'll do prone abductor presses with the strap. Maybe. So prone is laying down on the floor like this. And we're going to bring the knees. So when you do this, this forces a little more extension in the lumbar, into the hips and into the pelvis. So for people who are already overextended in their back, this hurts. So this is not a move for some of you if you know that, hey, I've done this before and it hurts and it stinks. So you can come into the frog position. You can even do frog presses where you're pressing your feet together in frog, which is going to help ignite the butt, which is what I'm looking for. So good. This is a tough move because we're not always able to recruit the right muscles when we do it, but we're going to try. So you're going to put that block right in between your feet, your ankles. It's not a monkey grab. So I don't want you to grab the block with the soles of your feet. We're laying on the floor. Bring your heels as close to your butt as you can. Dorsiflex your ankles. I'm coming over to help you, Pat. That seemed to have slipped, and I'm going to help put it right back where it belongs. And you squeeze the block over and over and over again. Good luck. I'm coming. I'm coming to help. Some of your blocks have dropped. They've fallen. I'm helping. Dorsiflex your ankles if you can. That's it, my dear. Try to think about your big toes on that. Yes. I'm coming. Anybody else drop their block? Flip over on your belly. On your belly. Heels to your butt. Kick your own butt. Kick your butt. No, kick. Lay down on your belly. Listen to my words. Bring your heels, these things, to your butt, that thing. There you go. Yes. Yes. I know, right? But that's all right. I love you. Don't drop this block. Don't you dare drop it. I'm coming. Heels to butt. This is a first for some of you, so that block slips. Think about your big toe on the block. Think about your heel on the block. Beautiful, Carol. Looking great. Yeah. Lovely. Now, keep your heels to your butt. Keep them there. The movement is squeeze the block and release over and over. You're very welcome. Squeeze the block and release. Heels to butt, stay there. Stay there. Squeeze and release over and over. You okay, Mary? Now, this movement is supposed to recruit what muscles? Your butt. Yeah, really, your butt. How many of you don't feel your butt? Okay. How many of you feel like a hamstring was cramping? Okay, so that's a butt that doesn't want to recruit. So the alternative to band-aid it is to spread your knees open wider. So you're almost laying on the floor with a frog. So my knees are open wider and I'm still squeezing the block. So as you abduct from your hip, as you bring your leg out, that's the abduction, it's starting to recruit your butt because we're shortening that distance that the butt has to recruit in. So we're kind of forcing it to do its work. If you still don't feel the butt, doesn't mean that the move hurts you, unless it actually does. But it just means that your butt's not recruiting just yet. You can skip it and do something else, or you can just keep trying. Oh, losing your block. Coming out, coming out. There you go, toes in. Okay, dorsiflex your ankles now, which means this, yes, ma'am, right there. Squeeze in and release, in and release. Try to keep those toes in on there. Oh man, are you monkey footing it? There you go, good, in, release. And good. You got it, now you got it. Good, lady. Okay, now that she's got it, we're done. So you guys can take this home with you, not my blocks, but take the exercise home with you and do a Betty. Everybody ready to adjust a bit? Yeah, you're gonna get up now. I do have my strap, so I'm actually gonna sit you guys in the chair and we're gonna push out and hold on the strap while we have a little chat. So bring your strap with you. Everybody have a seat in your chair. We're gonna continue to recruit the glutes. And you're gonna take your strap, put it around your legs. Have a seat in the chair. Everybody great? Everybody wonderful? Everybody having a lovely time? I certainly am. I certainly am. Okay. I'm looking for a different color strap so that people at home, oh, thanks, Marie. What was the question over there, Betty? No, I know, right? Here. They're elastic. Yeah, unless you want to hang yourself, which I hope you don't, but after this class, some people want to, you know. So the strap that we're using, and someone at home had, who the heck made this? It's so thick. Anyway, this is the strap. You don't want any resistance on it. No resistance at all. I'm sorry, strike that, reverse it. It's a Willy Wonka. You want 100% resistance so that when you push out, it doesn't move. Make sense? So you put your strap around your knees. Of course, I got the crud strap here, so I am going to fix that by wrapping it around with my sailor's knowledge. Eat that, Popeye. All right. Does anybody have a strap that doesn't have a loop in it and you're confused at all? I will help. The move for everybody whose strap is all good to go, 90 degrees, feet, all that good stuff. Sit in extension. So we're rolling a little arch into the lower back. Push out on the strap and hold. Coming to help. That's our move.
Wide?
Yes, it is. Oh, yes. Good. Push out and hold. You good, Merritt? Looks like that's fighting you, huh?
Oh,
Ah.
it's just fighting me.
No, I see what happened. Some water. Mhm. It's okay. Here, over and out the tab. Okay, here we go.
No problem. Thank you.
Oh, you got the real thick one, so it's hard to move around. Good, Carol. Carol's got her feet on the floor. How many of you have I'm sorry, but it's just, how many of you have shorter legs and your feet aren't making it onto the floor? Okay, I'm gonna give you another block. Put both of your feet on top of the blocks so that that mimics the floor. Does everybody understand why I did that for her? You want to be square. And you want, right? You don't want to turn this into, oh my God, I'm reaching for the floor. I can do that too if you want me to. So we're pressing and holding. This is not abductor presses. This is abduction. You need the blocks? You shorty too? She's got it. Good. Remember, we're also sitting in pelvic extension. So we're putting a little roll into your lower back like that. You're going to want to cheat by doing this. That's not what I want. So you really should feel relaxed in the shoulders and relaxed in the back. This should come from that groin that we were working on so hard today. That's where it should come from. That roll should now come from that really tired muscle that we just beat the crud out of. There. That's it. Press, hold. Pressing out and holding. Not with 100% of your force, because you'd be dying. Maybe like 50%, even after a while, like 30%, because we're going to hang. No. But I do want you to come off the back of that chair. What the heck happened here? Oh, I see. When you guys use your strap, if there's teeth that are exposed and it's not touching any of the fabric, the teeth aren't doing their work. It's probably routed wrong. Make sense?
Yes.
Yes. So it's upside down. That's all. That's all. But at least it's kind of holding.
Oh, yeah.
But she did a Popeye in here to help make up for it. So that's cool. Okay. Is this your strap?
Yes, it is. So do whatever you need to do.
I've seen this so often. I've seen this so often in yoga and all that. Okay, so it's just upside down. That's all. There we go. Yes. Excellent. Okay, so it goes up through here. Down through the tab. Usually there's teeth. That's probably why you did it that way. Usually there's teeth right here to help hold the fabric. But this must be making sure. There you go. Now push out on that strap. There should be teeth on that plastic piece right there, but there aren't. Push out and hold. Where do you feel this, everybody?
I understand it, and
Feeling in my lower back.
May I?
I should be feeling it. Oh, yeah, that's a difference. That's a difference.
Your knees were
My
fairly,
legs weren't.
yeah, your knees were fairly low.
Okay.
yeah, but now my knee.
Both sides. It should be even. Should be feeling it right here on both sides, the gluteus medius. 1 more minute or so here. Where are you feeling it? A couple of you whispered to me where you feel it. That's okay. That's all right. So she's in that area. We want gluteus medius, but feeling it even in a hamstring or creeping its way up towards the glute max anywhere. That's what we're going for. This is abduction, external rotation, all of this responsible for that. This squeezes and it pulls the ends that it connects to, shortens them, right? Making sense. Lengthened, shortened. Make sense? So as we do, should be recruiting that. I've had people sit here for 10 minutes until they feel it. Take it home, another move, write it down, take it home, sit down for a while, sit in extension, push out, hold. Wait until your body starts creeping up and, oh, now I feel it. Sit there for another minute and you're done. Today, we're done.
Wow.
Thanks everybody for being with me and I'll catch you next time. Good to see you, Lauren. Thanks again. Bye, Barbara and Strausses.